know. You never know.
All right, how you doing, folks? How's light and shadow going on here? We okay? All right. It's cold up here. Cold, bitter cold, suicidally cold. So I don't want to talk about it. All right. I've got a lot of things here, and I'm not in a particularly good mood. Although for you, I will try to be entertaining and lighthearted. Fat chance. Okay, coming up, the 30A Songwriter Festival, Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Florida sounds good, I'll tell you that. All right, and then we go to Texas. The Sons of Herman Hall. Who was Herman Hall? We don't know. Probably related to Robert Hall. No. Okay, Herman Hall is a place, and I guess a sort of society, a secret society of secretive Texans in Dallas. Then almost Austin and Houston, that's Kenny Pipes. Woo, yeah, my hero. And then Catfish concerts in Austin. We'll find out what that's all about. I'm sure it's good. It's Austin. It'll be good. Everything about Austin is just cool to me. Okay, what do I want to do here? Okay, this one of my more unsuccessful endeavors is to write this crap down and then to read it to you. This is what I wrote when I was on my trip to Europe. What I did last summer. No, this was just a few months ago. Okay, so we were reading it, and it's got the rhyme scheme A, A, B, A. That's all you need to know, and probably, whatever. Okay, what is there to understand? This is, I'm still on the flight going to Frankfurt. What is there to understand? What is it my brain must demand to dissect like some lowly frog? What bit of knowledge is so grand? I stumble through a thickening fog, a reeking swamp, a murky bog. To what purpose? To what end? With no more sense than John Stone's dog. Is there a message I must send? A cause I need to defend? A villain I was meant to foil? Does anything on me depend? Obscure fields are where I'll toil, then shuffle off this mortal coil. I'll make that voyage steerage class, and return triumphant to the soil. If that is what must come to pass, I'll bend my spirit to the task, and count myself a lucky soul. Such is fate, the die is cast. This life is bound to take its toll, watching others reach the goal, and failure is a useful tool to dig myself a deeper hole. I'll be exception, not the rule. A king's no better than a fool, the loss no worse than the gain, experience the truer school. Time goes running down the drain and mixes with the morning rain and splashes down the summer street. Time will not come back again. This is on a plane, that was on a plane to Graz. Okay, now I am on my way to Innsbruck. Simple words set to a beat, a little tune so fine and neat. To listen to the song you'd think the singer sees it all complete. Music is a mighty drink to make the spirit soar or sink, to make the heartstrings build and swell, to make the eye with tears to blink. Before Eve smiled and Adam fell, there was no tale, nor soul to tell, no sound to quake the universe, not the faintest tinkling of a bell. Then we did our plots rehearse, from good to bad and bad to worse. They brought us fear and brought us hate, but also brought us song and verse. Okay, now I'm on a train to Vienna. The snow-topped peaks stand and wait. The train speeds toward Vienna's gate. Salzburg hums a Mozart tune, thrust and parry, check and mate. Shakespeare's Troilus starts to croon, Cressida pretends to swoon, war makes love and life go cheap, a childish toy, a red balloon. What I most want now is sleep, no shallow nap but slumber deep, with no concern of when to wake, my cares discarded in a heap. Worn out, I think I'm about to break, afraid it's all a cruel mistake. Then search the corners of my mind for resting place, a placid lake. Austria serves to remind that where you will a Mozart find, take a breath and count to 10. Hitler won't be far behind. Okay, enough of that. Just indulge me or, send hate mail. I don't know. Okay, now, let's do a song. Here we are. All right, this is called Servant Job. It just gets weirder and stranger. Okay, here we go. God walking east, Satan walking west. They meet on the road and they stop for a rest. Sitting on a rock, passing the time of day, talking about the people that they've met along the way, talking about the future, talking about the past, how time seems to slip by so fast, how hard it is to find something that will last. God said yeah. God said yeah. God said yeah. God said, have you considered my servant Job? Have you considered my servant Job? Well, there's nowhere in the land you will find a better man. He'll suffer any pain just to glorify my name. He'll go down on his knees to say his prayers to me. There's nothing he won't do. He's my servant, good and true. Have you considered my servant Job? Have you considered my servant Job? Up and down, I've been walking through the country, the cities and the towns. Just like you, I've been making the rounds, where there's always something different, there's always something new. I never get tired, I just love what I do. Satan said yeah. Satan said yeah. Satan said, yes, I considered your servant Job. Yes, I considered your servant Job. He's a man like all the rest, nothing more, nothing less. Sure, he gives you praise, look how much it pays. Pretty wife and lots of land, it's not that hard to understand. If I got that much from you, hell, I'd be your servant too. Let me have him for a while, I'll wipe away that smile. I'll take away his wealth, and I'll take away his health. I'll take all that he's been given, make him wish he wasn't living. And I'll leave him nothing but the shame. He'll learn to curse your name. Yes, I considered your servant Job. 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 Have you considered my servant Job? Yes, I considered your servant Job. All right, there you go. That's called Servant Job. That's going to be on the CD, the recording we're doing now over at Mark Robinson's. All right, Servant Job, the book of Job. I'm sorry, it's in the Bible. There you go. How bad can that be? Well, okay. We won't discuss that. But anyway, the book of Job starts out, it was written about, as I understand it, about 800 BC. And it starts with a story that had already been around, which is about this guy Job. And it begins with Satan and God having this casual little meeting where they make this bet. God says, I got this guy Job. He's just the coolest. You can't mess with him. He's untouchable. He's cool. And Satan goes, yeah? Well, let's, put your money where your godly mouth is. We'll make a little bet. You let me have him for a while, and I'll get that guy so twisted he doesn't know up from down, and he will learn to curse your name. And that is the start of the story of the servant of Job. All the other stuff that goes on, and the patience of Job and all that bullshit. All this stuff starts out with this casual bet between God and Satan, which I find a little disturbing. But I also find this weather a little disturbing too. So, if you're in a warm place, and if you happen to be in the Antarctic or on that ship, wherever that is, where those guys got stuck, you're my buddy. Okay, stay warm, stay cool, and, don't be a clown, don't be a fool, because you never know.
You never know. You never know.